down there. It was David who found him.
I don't get this. What the devil was he doing up here?
Revenge? I mean, think how much those horses were worth. Some got out onto the road. All it takes is one speeding car.
Yeah, and we're left with a claim for thousands. But Nick Bates just doesn't seem to be his style.
Didn't think sabotaging the hunt was his style.
Anyway, I've been on to the police. They're sending someone round.
The police?
Yeah.
It was an accident.
On our land. It's best we cover our backs.
Oh, Kathy. Mum. How is he?
They don't know yet. It's too early to say.
What happened?
We haven't got a clue. It was Kim's horses, they reckon. They'd strayed out of the paddock when Dave and Viv found him.
What? Was he out riding?
No, they think he got knocked over somehow and the horses trampled him. We've no idea how... Mum, wait!
Have you seen him?
Yeah. He took quite a battering. It's his head they're worried about. His skull's not fractured, but he doesn't seem to be responding.
Oh, God.
They've said if he doesn't come round soon, they're going to do a brain scan.
Oh, Kath.
Hey, where's mine?
Mum said no breakfast till you finish that.
It'll be flaming Christmas at this rate.
We'll get a spade and giz an hand then.
Ah, go on, son.
I'm off to work in a minute.
Huh? Well, you can do a turn before you go.
I'll get my shirt dirty, then I'll be late. Ooh, job's worth. You'd be owing on the other side of your face if I got sacked. Main breadwinner, me, remember?
Oh, well, maybe you owed a bigger crust. It's about time that Pollard started rewarding you for all this dedication to duty. Huh? English rose gardens don't come cheap. Put your back into it, Daisy.
Come on, up in then.
Oops. There we go. Yeah. Mind your fingers. Is she going to be all right with Dolores?
Yeah, of course.
And then you're going to go straight on to the hospital?
Yeah, we're going to pick Biff up on the way.
Well, won't Frank mind? He'll have no staff.
Frank can get stuffed. None of this would have happened if it weren't for him.
Let's get going. You're going to be a good girl for Dolores at the tea room?
Kathy.
No, Dolores is looking after you today.
Alice, do you remember what Grandma said about Daddy bumping his head?
Yes.
Well, Kathy and Grandma, they've gone to look after him.
Yeah, and I want you and Dolores to make a big get-well card.
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it, eh? You have a lovely time. Bring me.
Tomorrow, Daddy's going to take me to the fair at Scarborough.
Yeah, lend us your history homework.
Tell you what, I'll swap it for your maths.
When did you last wash your hair?
Yesterday, why?
Nothing.
Why?
Because you could fry a pan of chips on
Shut
it.
it, you. I washed it yesterday morning. It's not that bad.
The thing about a perm is it dries your hair out.
Don't start that again.
It's ideal for people with greasy hair.
I haven't got greasy hair.
I could get the kit from the chemist on the way home from school. I could do it tonight if you
I
liked.
haven't got greasy hair.
Oh, hello, lads.
Hi. We weren't expecting you.
Yeah, well, we couldn't carry on like it was a normal day or something.
Thanks. That's really good of you.
Yeah, I hope you've not had a wasted journey. Doctors are in with him now. They're doing tests. I don't know how long that'll take, and the sister's a bit strict about letting visitors in.
Yeah, well, it don't matter. It's just being here. Yeah, it makes you feel less useless.
Thank God you were both around when it happened.
We didn't do it. I mean, we wouldn't have been there if it hadn't been for Kim spotting the horses.
A rise? It's like I say, Mr. Pollard, we're paying rent now. More rent, like. And me dad reckons I've done ever such a lot of overtime since I started.
Does he now?
Yeah, so we think it's only fair.
Well, what increase had you in mind, eh? Father didn't get that far, did he?
Yeah, well, I were going to be late for work.
Well, you'll have to leave it with me. I'll have to make a few calculations first, but I'll see what I can do, eh?
Oh, will you?
So what did they say?
You name it, he's got it. Broken arm, cracked ribs, massive bruising.
Yeah, but that stuff heals quick, doesn't it?
They're more worried about the damage to his head. Looks like he was kicked repeatedly and they don't know how much harm that's done.
So what tests are they doing?
They're trying to find out if his brain's still responding to outside stimulation like light and sound. Don't upset yourself, Mum.
I just need a drink of water.
I'll come with you.
No, I'm all right, love.
What was he doing, Dave? What possessed him? Is getting back at Frank really worth all this?
Hey, we don't know what happened yet.
Haven't I spent enough time hanging around hospitals?
Kathy, you've got to be strong. For your mum's sake.
Look, he's a young, fit lad. He'll pull through.
You sound like Mum. She's convinced he's going to get better just like that. But you hear about these terrible accidents. People are okay physically, but it's their mind, it's their memory.
Shh.
Ah, Sam. Have you got a minute? It's about that little financial conundrum we discussed earlier.
Eh?
Your pay rise.
Oh, right.
Right. Well, I've thought about it. And although I consider I pay you a very fair wage, on top of what you receive from other sources...
Oh, no, I had to sign off, Mr. Pollard. After that time, I forgot and went in my overalls, remember? They got a bit funny with me.
I don't want to know the details. I'm merely saying that whilst I pay you a fair wage, I appreciate your predicament. Therefore, I agree to your request for a pay rise.
Oh, great stuff.
Now, taking inflation, productivity and the RPI into account, I suggest an increase of £15 a week. What do you say?
Oh, wicked. Wait till I tell me Dad.
Now, don't start rushing out and spending. I'd like to remind you there are still a few outstanding debts.
Like what?
Wear and tear, breakages, huge increases of insurance premiums due to a slightly damaged grandfather clock.
Eh?
House clearances of houses that didn't need clearing.
That were only once.
Not to mention the cost of my time and expertise in coordinating your family's anti-eviction campaign, which amounts to £800 and 15 pence.
How much?
At a conservative estimate.
But I ain't got that kind of money.
Yes, well, I anticipated that much. So I've come to a solution. Repayment by weekly instalments.
How much?
Calculated over a 12-month period. £15 and 39 pence. That's without interest charges. I'm not a mean man, so let's forget about the 39 pence, shall we? Let's call it a round figure of £15. What do you say?
15 quid? That's all my rise gone.
Well done, Sam.
Eh?
You've negotiated a pay rise and cleared your family's debts all in one day. Your mum will be very proud of you.
David.
Before you start, been down to hospital. Make up the time.
Never mind that. How is he? Is it bad?
He's laid there like a vegetable. All these machines wire up to him. Nurses won't even let us near him. I mean, Cathy and Mrs. Bates are going spare. They think he might be brain dead. You all right? You didn't even like him. God, you and Frank have spent the last couple of weeks hounding him. Hey, you should be pleased. You wanted him out of the way.
Don't.
I mean, God, what if he is brain dead? What if he don't come round?
What if he does?
So what's the story, Kim?
It was an accident.
How do you know? Look at me. Hey, were you there?
You shouldn't have been up there in the first
Were
place.
you there? Did you see him get trampled and leave him for dead?
He attacked me. He attacked my horse. Well, of course a horse is going to lash out if somebody's trying to hurt him. David, he was attacking me.
I'm not sticking around to hear this.
David, wait! David! David!
What's going on?
He just got himself a bit upset over Nick. I was trying to calm him down. Might have been Nick's boss, but, well, they were pretty close friends.
Were? Kim, you're talking like the lad's already dead.
Oh, it's disgusting. Put it down. What's neutraliser? Chemicals. I don't know, just put it down, will ya?
What's that you got there?
I'm perm kit. I'm doing Roy's hair for him.
You what?
Perming Roy's hair. It look cool.
Well, it look cooler on his hair than on the floor. You've got to be careful with that stuff, you know.
Shows you all what to do.
Well, it's harder than you think, I'm telling you.
How do you know?
Because I used to do your father's. Well, don't tell him I told you that. Listen, if Roy really wants his hair done, I'll give you a hand.
Tonight?
We're going to the wool pack, but tomorrow maybe.
I promised him tonight.
One day won't hurt you.
Oh, Mum.
Kelly, don't be a brat. Put that stuff away and come and help me lay the table. Please.
And a sweet sherry as well, please, Mr. Turner.
Any news from the hospital?
No, not since this morning. He's in a right state, though.
Yeah, Kathy's promised to ring someone she hears out.
Well, thank heavens that little Alice is being well cared for. I've just dropped her off with Jan about an hour since.
Poor old Nick. It seems to be one thing after another. I expect Kim and Frank are feeling a bit chastened now.
Why?
Well, Kim's horses were responsible for it, apparently.
And you think she feels guilty for that? Get real. She's probably got to take solicitors around there now trying to sue him for horse's distress.
I won't put it past him.
Yeah, you can imagine it, can't you? Kim on one side of the bed with a writ in her hand and Elsa on the other. If I were Nick, I'd be tempted to stay unconscious.
Oh, give it a rest, will you? You're not meant to do that bit till end, till all other rollers are in.
I know what I'm doing.
Watch it, will you?
You'll have someone's eye out with her.
Look, do you want me to do this or don't you?
You're starting now, aren't you?
Shut up and pass me another roller.
Here, is there any film left in the camera?
Just writing on burst you.
Keep still. I've got to start this one again now.
I told you should have waited for Mum. Honestly, she hasn't got a clue.
Mrs. Bates?
Yes, I'm Nick's mother. This is his sister Kathy and her fiancé Dave.
John McLeod, consultant.
How is he, Mr. McLeod?
He's looking much better than he did 24 hours ago.
But is he... were the tests all right?
Well, let's put it this way. We got the results we wanted.
Oh.
Our main worry was his breathing. Now, you'll have noticed that he was hooked up to a ventilator. That was basically doing all the work for him. We needed to see if he was able to breathe unaided, which he now is.
Oh, thank God.
Of course, he'll need oxygen for a day or so at least, and he's still very weak.
But he is going to be all right.
Well, physically, we're hopeful he'll make a good recovery. He's a strong young man. In terms of his mental recovery, it's still too early to say. We'll just have to wait and hope, take each day as it comes. But it's good news so far.
Thank you.
I'll go and ring Mum and Biff, let them know.
Can we see him?
Just for a few minutes. Now, please remember how weak he is, and don't expect much change from when you last saw him.
Hello?
Kim,
David, where are you?
I'm at the hospital. I think he's going to be all right, well, physically at least. You still there?
Yes.
Well, I just thought you'd like to know, that's all.
David, wait.
What?
I need to see you.
Oh, you must be joking.
I'm going crazy here. Please. I have to speak to you.
What about Kathy?
Just 10 minutes. I promise. Please, David.
Where?
Connelton Bridge, 9 o'clock.
There you go.
Well then, what's it like?
Nice.
Pass us a mirror, let's have a look then.
You can't tell when it's wet. Just wait till I've dried it.
Feels dead short.
Of course it does.
Hey, hold on a minute, what about this bit here?
Oh, that mustn't have taken properly. I'll just trim it.
Hang about, I don't want it cutting.
It's only a little bit.
Remember to programme the vid... Oh, my God. You silly girl, why couldn't you wait?
He wanted it doing tonight.
Well, why, what's up with it?
Haven't you seen it?
Well, no, she won't let me till it were dry.
Donna.
Right! Don't pick on the lad. At least he's paying his way.
Huh? He had 15 quid in one hand and he chucked it away with the other. Do you know how many rose bushes you could get for that?
Rose bushes? Pints, you mean?
Ah, he's right there. What good's a rose bush and all if you can't pay the rent? And what good's paying the rent if you can't put grub on the table?
The garden is for you, Nellie. It's what you wanted.
I want more than brass buttons to roll round in me purse.
Oh, we've been through all this. We thought of everything.
Not everything. I've had an idea.
What?
Well, it's a brainwave, really.
What?
It's a career for all the family.
Don't milk it, Mum.
Bed and breakfast.
Huh?
Turn this place into a bed and breakfast.
Stop the car.
Not now, Mum. This isn't the time.
Stop the car, Kathy. Kim? Can I have a word? I'll never forgive you and Frank for what you've done to Nick. Throwing him and Alice on the street like that after all the years he's worked for you. He wouldn't even want me to be talking to you now.
Then don't.
But for all that, without you last night, Nick might not be with us now.
It was David who found him, and Biff who ran for the ambulance.
I know, but you were there. And no matter how much I despise you, I'm grateful. You saved my son's life.
Come on, you've all picked a name.
You must be off your tree, Ma'am. I mean, who'd want to stop here even if we did have room?
Plenty of people would pay for rustic charm and good home cooking.
From the chipper.
Where would they sleep, Mum?
In your room, and you can sleep with Butch.
What? What? I'm not sleeping with him.
I'm not sleeping with him. Shut up, yeah. Come on, who's lucky Tina you pick?
Right. Wishing Well Cottage.
Oh, well, that's the one I said. Right, listen, tomorrow we'll go to the post office and we'll put a card in the window, right? I want you, Butch, to come and make me a sign for it road.
Wishing Well Cottage, Ma'am. You can't call it that.
Oh, you can't change it now, love. It's a very bad omen. Come on, Butch, I'll show you where to put the sign.
I'll tell you what, Fleming put the sign in a minute.
Hang about. These all say Wishing Well Cottage.
Think you'd turn up?
Yeah, well, I'm here now, aren't I? So what happens next?
I just needed to talk to you.
I mean, now your little murder plot's fallen through.
David, it was an accident, I swear. I just panicked. If I'd wanted him to die, do you think I'd have come looking for you and Biff? I've thought about this all day, and I'm sure we'll be all right.
We?
So long as we stick to the story.
Kim, what are you on? It's nothing to do with me. I wasn't even there.
The row with Nick was about me and you. He was threatening both of us.
I was miles away. I didn't ask you to set your horses on him.
So you're just going to wash your hands of it? I did it to protect you. What do I lose if this gets out? Frank, full stop. You lose Kathy, your family's respect, your job.
You don't need to tell me.
Your parents are good tenant farmers. But Frank is not a sentimental man.
I think you are getting justice. What's wrong with our system?
I don't. This country has plenty of water.
Roy? What? Did you stick your finger in a socket?
Don't start.
Oh, Roy, what?
Kelly, perm your hair for me now. Stop laughing.
We're not.
Well, look at her then.
It's good job Kathy took Alice home. Otherwise you had nightmares for weeks.
Get lost.
You know I was right. That's why you didn't go running to the police about me. Why you came here tonight.
I came because I cared about you.
Past tense.
I even kidded myself that you cared about me. But all you've done is manipulate me, from start to finish. You used me to get back at Frank and Kathy. You're even using me against me mate now, day after you nearly killed him. I've had it up to here, Kim. It's sick. And turning on waterworks won't make any difference. I mean it, Kim. Stay out of my way. Because all this emotional blackmail stuff is just wearing thin.
Why are you being like this?
Why? Because all this has been churning round my brain all day. You're a wonderful woman, Kim. You're in love with wrong man, but you're too decent to break your husband's heart telling him. Wrong. People are jealous of you. They invent stories about you being a ruthless cow just to make themselves feel better. Wrong! You've got a split personality.
David, stop it, please.
I nearly fell for that one. After all you've done, it should be me that wants me head testing. Truth is, Kim, do anything to get your own way.
You thought what it's like to be me. No. Well, think about it now. Who are my friends? People in the hunt, people in the village, acquaintances. Kathy, she's stitched me up.
You leave her out of this.
You've had your say. She was my closest friend. She said one thing and did the opposite behind my back, egged on by you. I mean, look at us now. We're worse than enemies, we're like strangers. And what if I have a bad day at work or I fall out with Frank? There's no gang of old girlfriends that I can phone up and moan to. What if I fancy a night out? Who is there? No one. Frank may look good for his years, but well, he's stuck in his ways. The only time I laugh is with you. The only time I feel alive is with you. Oh, God, it's humiliating to admit that. So if I do manipulate you, it's only because when you're not there, my life just seems so... No, it is dull, pointless. So when I tell you that I love you, I'm telling you the truth. That's why I won't let you go, David. Because I can't.